I have already informed Alfino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Minvrita described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. Expect you will find him waiting for you when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Archon, and that I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. My buttons there. Are gonna head off to here. And head on down to Snowcloak. Doo-doo. That is really weird to look at. Is that? Why did that look like that? Why did I see Snowcloak from that far off? Good lord. Let's do a few more seconds. Let's see. Let's go punch this guy in the face. Go closer. Now we punch him in the face. Good to see you, Archon. Starting to wonder if you're having second thoughts. Captain Ilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Aline Royale in Old Awe as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the other right. After you, Scion. Can I fight her yet? There, it is ready. It worked, I think. Try attuning to the other right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We've done all we can, Archon. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you'll have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Menbrida's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emeric. Sir Emeric regrets that he could not be here in person, and asks that I should read to you this letter. Ahem. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat. Yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Archon Shade, the warrior of night, light, savior Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service of it to a greater cause. May alone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. And with that, we cleared that bullshit out of there. For Akafa. Which looks like it's going to be a hot minute. So... what did I want to work on? What are they? That one. That's the one I wanted to work on. Okay, we'll head to Ul'dah while we wait for this queue. Given the length, I had planned to start doing this if I finished up this patch today. Don't worry, he's still here. That outfit's pretty cool, though. Are you Goldsmith's Guild? Why did I leave the... Oh, they're not they're at Plaza. These are the quests to unlock the Crystal Tower, which you have to do at some point before the end of 2.5. But now seems as good a time as any to progress. Ah, Master Shade. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? I got a whole shit ton of money for you. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Koinok? Unfortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Brambros with the news that we've finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire aspected ether sand. Afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jemima with it. I beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without the sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the other sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? We're already stretching our research budget as it is. So I suppose a man could do without a midday meal for a year or two. Okay, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Well, no, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gills clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the elegant civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but he never thought to ask him what. Legend I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? Oh, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lad. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? Ahem. While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the other-sanded question. To mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. If you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. Take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Now it's dropped to under 5 minutes, but also we're over 5 minutes. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Then, rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. It just so happens that I know a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who, very occasionally, handles the earth aspected variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? Answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. Thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. Just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Flag and you should find him poking around with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye, Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Hey, we managed to finish it. Cool. Okay, time for a goddamn banger. Let's go. What's up, Izelle?
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
there's always something amazing about Shiva. I love her design across basically everything. Could do without her being constantly over-sexualized, but the music in this zone are and yes, you're waiting for the promised music. Wait until we get to phase 2. Stop moving around so much, please. Ads, kill them. Oh, I was in front of it. Yeah, don't stand in front of her unless you're the tank. Whoops. Here we go. Embrace the serenity. Renounce the hatreds that consume you. Scatter them, dust. Like I said, phase 2. This there is a mount in this game that this is what it plays. All of the ARR Primal Extreme modes had a chance to drop a horse mount that would play the music for that Primal. And Shiva's just plays phase 2. The biggest problem I have with this fight is phase 2 is too short, so you spend too little time listening to that goddamn banger. If you beat her on extreme mode enough, you can get a mount that's all it plays. I'm not saying I've just wandered around on that mount doing absolutely nothing and just listening to the music, but yeah, I am saying that.
Fool. Blind,
why are you not dead?
Fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause.
Everyone thinks that.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. trapped in a delusion of their own creation and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift.
Yeah, the fact that she calls Hydaelyn Mother is weird.
Think.
And that's Hydaelyn's line. To me, the introduction of Iceheart is when Final Fantasy story really starts to pick up. And this is leading into Heavensward, which is a fantastic expansion.
A predictable outcome.
What is your voice, dude?
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
You're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? You're certain about that, are you? Vanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Sure you're not injured? That trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough, I was only asking. Still thinks you had an injury. Thanks for the trust, girl. If you ask me, there's naught to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Save it for the rising stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alfino. I'm only worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he will be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? No reason. See you again soon. I feel like you might be a little suspicious.